Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Inferno, Paternal, and in this video, as you guys see in the title, I'm going to be giving you my honest thoughts and my honest opinion on the new mechanics and just the new everything about MK11. And I know the gameplay's been out for a while, I know the reveal has been out for a while, and I know countless amounts of YouTubers have done their honest thoughts on it, but I thought that I'd make my own spin on it because I have some ideas that maybe other people haven't thought of, and maybe I'll give you a different view on the game, alright? Let's get into it. Alright, starting with the first thing. I'm going to start off with the Fatal Blow mechanic. I know, we're going straight into it, boys. The Fatal Blow mechanic's really cool. It's pretty much like a new form of the X-Ray, except it's very different, and you can use it. You could use it in very different ways. It changes up the gameplay a lot, and I really like it. It's a game changer, actually, for me, because I really like it, man. And then going into the next thing I want to talk about is how slower the game is. The game is really slow compared to MKX, and also this combines with the fact that there's no more running. There's no more running, and it's more slower paced gameplay, more neutral heavy based game. You're going to be less focused on doing combos and be more focused on how to counter your opponent. It's not going to be focused more on combos, and I really like that about the game because I feel like it's going back to an older style of Mortal Kombat, and I feel like we've needed that. We've needed to go back to the older Mortal Kombats, man. I feel like all these people are freaking out. They're like, oh, dude, no, we need it like MKX, bro. But honestly, I think that we should keep this change. I think it should go back because I feel like things are getting a little bit too complex, Things are getting a little bit too complex, and we need to bring it back a little bit, bro. We need to bring it back, even though there are some more complex things in MK11 that we're about to talk about. Can we talk about how bad the dashes are now? The dashes are kind of slow, dude. Even without the slower paced gameplay, the dashes are slow as well, so that's going to be pretty hard, dude. And like I was saying earlier, I kind of slipped it out, but I meant to make a whole separate topic about it, is that the game is going to be less combo heavy and more neutral heavy. It's going to be less focused on 50-50 combos like Mortal Kombat X was. In Mortal Kombat X, it was like, alright, let me find a character that I can just do a 50% combo on and I'll be good, dog. I'm good, This game is more bringing it back to the olden days where it's like, alright, you may not know combos for your character, but you know you're going to be alright because you know how to counter your opponent. Just learn what's plus and learn what's, neutral and all that. Just, I really like it. It's gonna be good, I believe. Alright, moving on to the next thing. Now, this isn't really a topic, but let's just talk about Jairus, dude. Jairus is really cool. He's a really cool character. His command grab's crazy. He's the minion of, what's her name? Chronica, I think it is, that elder god, the time lady that I probably should have made a video on about, but I didn't. But Jairus looks freaking dope, dude, and I'm really hyped to see how this character plays with like pros and all that. I want to see some crazy stuff pulled out of, I want to see some crazy stuff, especially from people like Sonic Fox with Jairus. And even though I said earlier that the game is going to be less focused on combos, of course you always have those characters that have 50-50 combos, like Sonya, with her resets, her freaking over 80% damage combos are freaking insane. And another thing, this isn't kind of a negative, and I know I've been talking so much good stuff about the game, but I gotta talk about some negatives as well. The type of style in MKX is more flexible than this, and it looks really tight compared to MKX. MK11 is really tight. MKX just seems so flexible, and I don't know, it's just, I don't know about you guys, but like, I don't know, it just seems so tight, and I wasn't at the event, so I wasn't able to play it firsthand, so I really don't know if it's that tight, but from looking at it, it looks really tight and slow. Although it's going to be tight, I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing, it's just going to be a change from what we've been having. Now let's talk about the meters. Now this is something that I'm really hyped about. And I know I said it's making it a little bit more simple, but this meter makes it a little bit more complicated as well. So maybe taking out the running, they're like, let's add something else to make up. I don't really know. But the meters, you have a defensive meter and then you have an offensive meter. The defensive meter is for armored wake up attacks and for defensive moves, and then the offensive one is for extending combos and just offensive stuff. And I really like this, okay? And I know it should be more simple like MKX with just 3 meters to use for whatever the heck you want, but I really like it because I feel that for the noobs, this will be easier to understand. Like, I don't think a lot of people knew about wake-up attacks unless you spent a good amount of time in the game. With these new meters, like the defensive and offensive meter, we can possibly teach people the usage of the meter in the defensive and offensive stance. Because I don't know about you guys, but I don't think a lot of people knew about wake-up attacks and how the armored attack should be used, you know. I'm just talking about the noobs, like the people that first pick up the game, you know, they haven't even touched another fighting game, they don't know anything about fighting games, they don't know what to do with the meter, all they know is, yeah, I can get a pretty good combo off of this, you know. I feel like it's going to be a little bit easier for those people to understand and to apply the concepts, and that's why I really like this game as well, because now you're not having to worry about people running and doing all that crazy crap. All you have to worry is about how to counter your opponent. You know, it's going to be more neutral, and everybody needs to learn the neutral, man. Love it. Alright, now let's take a little second to talk about the gear. The gear is going to be like Injustice 2, and I don't know about you guys, but I really love the gear system in Injustice 2. That was one of my favorite things about Injustice 2, and it was honestly one of the main components that kept me playing the game. I love how the gear affects the gameplay in Mortal Kombat. As we could see, you know, it changes up the character a little bit. Like if you want to be a zoning Raiden, I'm pretty sure one of his gear turns him into more of a zoning type character. It's kind of like the variations, except a little bit different. The gear so far from the footage we've seen looks great, especially Baraka's. His looks amazing. And I believe that MK11 has the potential to be great, but there are some things that are troubling the fighting game community, and I understand. But guys, we're just going to have to get used to this change, and I believe that the change is for the better, and we needed a game like this. I believe that we needed a game like this. We needed to change, alright? But I understand your problems. I understand the dash, and I understand a lot of the problems, and I totally agree. But I feel like, you know, this is just the beta stage, you know, so I know we're getting a little nervous. You know, we're biting our fingernails, but I say let's just slow down, dog. It's just the beta. Let's let them know what we think. Let's give them our opinion like I am right now, and maybe they'll do something about it. Also, the one thing I'm going to say about the story mode is the fact that I love that there is time travel, because that gives us hope for lots of characters coming back. Now, I'm sorry, I am terrible with the Mortal Kombat 11 story. I'm very bad at that. I'm more of a fan of the mechanics of the game and fighting games in general. But ever since MKX, like, I was pretty good with the story until MK11, dude. I'm slacking. I need to learn more about the story. Dude, I'm slacking, bro. So all I'm going to say is that I'm glad there's time travel. That's going to bring back a lot of characters, and I really hope that, you know, Sector's in there. Sector's going to be lit, hopefully. Alright guys, that's about it for my opinion, and I know you probably have heard a lot of the points I brought up already, but maybe if you didn't, feel free to let me know. If I taught you something, or if I made you see another way that you didn't see before, let me know. If I made a mistake, let me know. The feedback is greatly appreciated, guys, and I'm sorry for not uploading a combo guide on Jaren and Videl, but let's just say that I thought that I'd be able to have the Season 2 characters without buying a new Season Pass, so I'm sorry, it doesn't look like there's going to be those videos. Maybe when Gogeta and the other Broly comes out, I'll make a guide on it. But yeah, guys, besides that, man, if I helped you out, if I made you happy in this video, if I made you hyped, let me know down in the comments. Leave a like, guys, and besides that, I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, bro. Enough about my channel, enough about me. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Don't let anybody break your stride, and I'll see you guys in the next video.